Hey, before we dive in, drop your city and the local time in the comments. Let's see where you're watching from. Now, picture Manhattan, high-rises gleaming, the streets humming with taxi horns and dreams, and tucked inside one of its most exclusive restaurants. A story begins that'll have the whole city talking. A barefoot little girl stands just inside the door, her hair wild, her face set with the stubborn hope only the very young or very hungry seem to have left. The manager's hand clamps her arm. Voice sharp, "I told you. You can't be here. Get out before I call security." But she doesn't budge, not even a flinch. Her eyes are fixed on a single customer, a black man dining alone, suit impeccable, exuding that quiet kind of wealth that whispers instead of shouts. Michael Washington, 42, sigh, is almost invisible among the crisp linens and clinking silverware until the girl's voice, trembling but clear, cuts through the hush. "Can I eat with you, Daddy?" Every fork in the room freezes midair. The other diners a sea of expensive watches and carefully Botoxed foreheads watch, stunned, as Michael gestures to the girl. The manager, Thomas Fletcher, bristles, half outrage, half disbelief. "Sir, she can't stay. We have standards." Michael only offers the girl a seat, ignores Fletcher entirely, and asks her name. "Aisha," she says, whispering thanks. He hands her the menu with a smile. "Order anything you want." Her jaw drops at the prices, but he nods, loud enough for the whole room. A princess deserves the best. Whispers ripple from table to table. A socialite in pearl sniffs. Her husband quietly asks to change seats. Michael, unfazed, calmly slides his phone across the table, its recorder already rolling. What nobody sees behind his calm, every humiliation he's suffered in this restaurant has been logged, recorded, and replayed in his mind. Scholars might still debate whether this is a protest or a masterclass in patience. But tonight, history is being made one forkful at a time. Fletcher, cheeks flushed, tries again, mumbling about policies and maintaining the atmosphere. Michael's reply is silk over steel. "What kind of standards?" "Exactly?" He never raises his voice, but somehow the whole place leans in, listening. Margaret Thornfield, queen of social calendars and perfectly arched eyebrows, mutters, "We don't pay these prices to eat beside people like that." Her husband signals desperately for Fletcher, who is sweating harder than a cold cola on the 4th of July. Michael slides his platinum black credit card across the table, the kind that doesn't know what a spending limit is. "Is it a matter of resources?" he asks, voice light but carrying. Fletcher stammers, "It's about the proper environment." Historians will still argue if that phrase is French for "keep it exclusive," but everyone in the room gets the drift. Aisha, clutching the menu, shrinks as the drama builds. But Michael leans in, his voice gentle. "You are a princess. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise." Margaret scoffs, pearls practically rattling, but Michael's eyes only harden. He texts his assistant under the table. "Operation Cleanup. All evidence." The battle lines are drawn, and nobody realizes just how outmatched they are. Michael's phone buzzes. On the other end, his lawyer confirms every snub, every slow check, every smirk, recorded and ready. The board meeting is set. The hammer's about to drop. Michael tells Aisha softly, "Sometimes people have to face consequences." She nods, wise beyond her years. "Grandma always said you reap what you sow." Fletcher suddenly claims there's a mistake with the reservation. Michael calmly shows his confirmation and asks for this special protocol in writing. Fletcher blanches. Margaret, unable to help herself, accuses Michael of staging a scene. Michael stands, calm and powerful, and announces, "Aisha isn't my biological daughter, she's my adopted daughter. We finalized the process last week." The room goes silent. Margaret turns the color of raw meringue. Michael drops another truth. Le Bernardin's black customer retention rate is 62% below average. Tonight's script is flipping faster than a chef's omelet. As Aisha finishes her meal, her first real feast in months, the atmosphere goes glacial. Fletcher lingers, wringing his hands. Margaret, face pale and tight, senses her empire cracking. Michael encourages Aisha, order any dessert you want. When she asks, Daddy, can I have dessert? The word daddy thunders through the restaurant, and you can practically hear the tectonic plates shifting. Michael hints to Fletcher that big changes are coming. Fletcher, panicking, asks for details, but Michael's only reply is a cool smile and a folder of legal documents. What nobody realized, Michael has quietly bought the building and the holding company. He reveals the deed, contract transfers, and new policies. The staff gasps. Only those who haven't engaged in discrimination will keep their jobs. As the shock hits, Michael plays recordings for the room, Fletcher's own voice, dripping with prejudice. Margaret's tirade about these people. His lawyer arrives with termination notices. The local news reporter rolling live. Historians might still debate if this is the greatest reversal in fine dining, but nobody in the room will ever forget it. Margaret tries to escape, but the cameras catch her. Michael kneels beside Aisha, promising that, from now on, all children are welcome, no matter their skin or shoes. He announces new inclusion policies and scholarships for young chefs from underrepresented backgrounds. As Michael and Aisha walk out, camera flashes catch the momentous snapshot of justice served cold, with a side of chocolate sauce. Michael's final words to Fletcher: You thought silence was weakness. Today you learn its power. In the end, Le Bernardin becomes Manhattan's most inclusive, respected restaurant. Fletcher never works in fine dining again. Margaret's reputation shatters. Her world crumbles. The city outside glows softer now. Michael and Aisha melt into the night safe. Scene: home. Inside, a new chapter begins, where justice isn't loud, but it's lasting. Some say revenge is best served cold. But Michael? He serves it with dignity and dessert. The lights fade low, the last plates quietly stacked. Le Bernardin settles into its new rhythm, with hope flickering where scorn once sat. Outside, Michael and Aisha stroll beneath the city's sleepy glow, hand in hand, leaving behind a world forever changed. The battles worth winning are rarely loud, but always felt, and tonight, dignity triumphs, not just for them, but for everyone still hoping to belong somewhere. Sleep easy, friend. Tomorrow's table is set for you, too.